Have you ever thought about why our life is so short? The human body is up to many years of functioning non-stop, but only a few of us live to celebrate their 100th birthday. Besides, for those short years we suffer from stress, various disorders, unrequited feelings, the opportunities we missed, and the failures to bring our wishes true. Do we deserve a better lot? Of course we do. Each of us is a supreme being. Then why can't we live up to our fullest potential, enjoying a happy life? The two basic questions come out again. Who is to blame and what shall we do? So let's try to see who is to blame first. Everyone wants to be happy, and there is no happiness without health. In our life we are always subject to various factors that have an adverse effect both on the quality of our life and our life expectancy. Each day our body spends lots of energy to protect itself against electromagnetic radiation, the influence of geopathogenic zones, as well as negative influence coming from others. All these harmful factors have an impact on our immunity, and relatively young people have a whole range of chronic diseases. Then we become psychologically unstable, stressed, aggressive, depressed, and prone to suicide. These things just spoil our life, affecting its span. So what shall we do? The company center region has its own answer, scientifically validated and, which is most important, field tested. Efficient. This is Corrector Functional State, CFS. This is a unique product developed by our scientists to protect humans against aggressive external electromagnetic radiation and to harmonize the process going on in the human body. CFS was developed by a group of Russian scientists headed by Sergei Koltsov. This is a unique development, amazingly effective and easy to use, with no similar match in the world. The copyright is protected by respective patents of Russia. Earlier, after graduating from the Department of Mechanics and Mathematics, School of Theoretical Mechanics, I had a childhood dream to launch rockets. Many people couldn't do that for generations. As we know, many of such devices were developed, yet have never been launched. As for me, I was lucky. As a young graduate, I was part of the group working on the development of the algorithms for managing the mass center in the well-known rocket Zenith. The purpose of that was to launch a navigation system similar to the GPS system. Unfortunately, as the USSR collapsed, we couldn't achieve that noble aim. And later, from start to finish, I worked on the project Buran. And there I was one of those who guided the development of algorithms and onboard control system for mass center. During the launch, I was in the Mission Control Center, in charge of orbit dynamics control. Those were the years, the decades of hard work, developing onboard software on machines that wouldn't function properly, when we had to develop that software working day and night for 6 years. Of course, all these could do nothing good for health. However, from the professional point of view, we could prove that it was real. And that very moment when the Buran landed, some light came on in my head. From that moment on, there were no tasks that I couldn't solve mentally. Perhaps without such psychological tune, there is no need even trying to penetrate the unknown areas. However, life was going on and I had to take care of my health, because by then doctors had predicted that I was up to disability due to high blood pressure. Indeed, those 6 years of working nights, they caused extensive damage to my blood vessels. So what I needed was some non-medication treatment and the way to follow it. The manufacturing technology for CFS is similar to the structure of electromagnetic fields at the cellular level. CFS carries a record of harmonious conceptual information expressed in rhythms of the Earth's magnetic fields and external space radiation, which has a beneficial effect both on some particular body functions and on human body at large. CFS synchronizes the internal body rhythms with the external ones, which is one of the basic criteria for maintaining health. The effect involves influencing human body through changing the structure of the liquids that we consume, because the major effect of CFS is to structuralize the liquid environment. You can change your eating pattern and lifestyles. CFS doesn't battle the external electromagnetic radiation, but will transform it into a space and time-bound structure that is compatible with the structure of a biosystem. They can maintain the acid-base and oxidation reduction balance, maintaining the complex hierarchy of the body rhythms. CFS also carries the information to counteract psychoenergy effect and to neutralize biopathogenic radiation fields. Besides, it can improve the frequency features of Hartmann's chart. CFS will counteract sociopathogenic and psychopathogenic effects such as evil eye, evil curse, and the so-called energy vampires. People with a strong egocentric nature will disturb the energy field surrounding their family, friends, and colleagues. They are not able of getting energy from the surrounding space, so they have to feed themselves on others' energy. CFS will protect you from the negative impact coming from such people. There are so many areas where you could use CFS, and the results are so amazing that some may believe that we are talking about a miracle. However, there is nothing like a miracle, nothing but a purely scientific approach. The development of CFS is due to a number of modern technologies, discoveries combined with the immense knowledge of our scientists. This throws some totally new light on the world around us, particularly on the interaction between electromagnetic waves and the human body. The new knowledge about these fine physical fields gives us a better understanding of what is good for us and what we should avoid. Of course, the academic science could not remain indifferent to this extremely interesting area. The efficiency of CFS has been proven through special tests, including comprehensive tests conducted at the International Academy of Energy Informational Sciences. As a result, the Academy issued a certificate for CFS 0001, and this is the only officially certified device of that kind. People brought here lots of bioenergetic devices, and of course they all claimed that their devices could improve water, making it more wholesome for humans. And of course we had to develop tests for all those devices. 3 tests were developed finally. First is some sort of physical chemical test. We mean that if the quality of the water gets similar to the quality of spring water, then it is getting better. The change is a good one. One more test involves the effect that it has on the protozoa, and this is what we do in our schools of biology, and this is another step in testing. The second test should indicate if there is any positive effect on the living beings. And the final, third test shows the impact on blood serum, when we can see the external effect, or in other words, when we can see what kind of changes will be caused in the living being by the phenomenon that we are testing. I think they have come to light certain technologies of higher rank, I guess, which involve some impact that is already known to be positive. What I mean is that we are aware of biological frequencies, and this has been tested and proven more than once. Like for instance, this or that particular medicinal plant radiates waves that have a positive effect. So this is the approach, meaning that the well-known positive effect of certain medicinal substances, better natural ones, such as medicinal plants or some other factors that can be recorded too. Something like music with its healing power, this is another kind of radiation. They could be recorded on some magnetic recording media. In case there are such devices which are said to change the properties of water environment depending on the impact caused by the biologically positive frequencies, then I believe this is another step in the development of such bioenergetic devices. I mean energy informational developments and energy informational technologies. Corrector of functional state does actually include this principle. Biologically active frequencies are recorded on magnetic media, and then the whole combination of these frequencies, well, used from the device, if you know the range of the frequencies and you know how to record them, and then the device is used to reproduce those very frequencies, well, in a particular phase, which have a positive effect on human body. Well, I believe this is the second step in the development of energy informational technologies. This is a very progressive trend, and it allows to influence a number of various disorders with a positive result. For the modern medicine, of course, the final result matters most. And given the final result, in case it is test-proven scientifically, and the idea itself, which follows the basic rule for doctors, do no harm, then of course this trend should be accepted. CFS is used to record harmonious conceptual information expressed in rhythms of the Earth's magnetic fields and external space radiation, which has a beneficial effect on the human body. CFS is an adaptogenic device that neutralizes the impact of all negative factors. CFS harmonizes the functions in the two cerebral hemispheres, and in turn this enhances creativity and academic capacity. People make fewer mistakes and gain a better capacity to understand what they are told. All the types of CFS can be used to enhance food, water, juice and other beverages. CFS enhances creative and academic capacity, improves the general mood and stamina. It can be recommended for those who practice meditation. CFS can be effectively used against depression. In order to enforce the positive effect, several types of CFS have been developed. The information recorded on them varies depending on the result wanted. CFS number 1. Anti-parasitic. Combats and destroys bacteria, viruses and parasites. Improves intestinal environment. Strengthens the immune system, combats tumor development. Improves blood circulation in the brain. Prevents mastopathy in women. Improves the biorhythms in the functioning of brain, central nervous system and endocrine system. CFS number 2. Detoxification. Stimulates the release of waste products and toxic substances from the human body, purifies lymph, protects blood vessels, improves immunity and regulates metabolism. CFS number 3 and CFS number 4. Fat burners for men and women. They have similar effect. The only difference is based on the hormonal peculiarities of men and women. The major advantage of CFS is that, unlike other fat burners, it will replace fat tissue with muscle. CFS number 3 is meant for women because it stimulates female endocrine system, intracellular metabolism and gynecological functions. CFS for males brings up the level of testosterone, enforces sexual potency and helps reduce weight. All these CFSs have been certified according to requirements of the Russian legislation. The Federal Service for Monitoring Healthcare and Social Welfare issued a registration certificate qualifying CFS as a medical device, which is an official proof of its safety. CFS, which is sometimes called lifeplate, can serve a potent protection which is vital for health in this aggressive world. All the CFSs, they carry conceptual information that has a positive effect on humans. Calm moods, love to oneself, love to others, harmony, peace, hope, confidence, gratitude, well-being. CFS is a bioenergy therapist in your pocket. The information recorded on the plates can be stored indefinitely. CFS starts functioning immediately. It is time-proof, easy to use, and will not require any change in your lifestyle. It's not only you who can stay healthier and younger, but also your family and friends. Just bring health and happiness to those people whom you love. CFS doesn't serve as a substitute to physical activities and balanced nutrition. Healthy lifestyles will only add to the efficiency of this device. For sports people, CFS is just godsend because it will help them better and faster recover after training and improve their achievements. This unique product is easy to use and is available for everyone. Just take this CFS, put into your pocket. Your life will get more comfortable, bright, interesting, and longer.